gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Medieval Dynasty. I'm 7foot Dust Bunny, and here we are, pretty much joining where we left off last time. My health is actually dropped a little bit more than I expected. I think that was that boar last time that gave me a bit of a beating. I do need to try and see if I can knock off some of the quests here. I am fairly sure my people are working away at the moment. They are happy-ish. I wouldn't say they're super happy. Ah, look, this has gone back up now, thankfully. I definitely need to get my building count up, which is one of the reasons I'm trying to do these quests. I don't know if it's the Unigos quests, or I thought it was the chapter quest that made it really move forward. So this lady has a quest for us. I'm going to do a quick save, because as I've said before...
Hello there.
Hello. They sometimes give you seasonal quests. Hello lady, how can I help? I heard that you call yourself a good hunter, but I bet that I am better than you. So what do you say to friendly competition game of hunting? Ooh. If I had a bow and arrow, I'd say yes, but at the moment I'm gonna say, sorry love, I'm out. So I'm gonna chicken out on that one, because I don't reckon I can take her at the moment. Anyone? What do these folks got? Oh, you've got... Oh, you have some good extracting skill. In fact, you're a 3 as well. Both of you are quite good. It's a shame I don't have another house, or I'd be getting both of you in, because they actually look like good people. 3s tend to be a bit hard to come by, I find. I've not seen anyone with much more than a 3. This may not be the wisest plan. I'm heading this way, but I almost feel like I should, yes, I should grab a couple more spears. Now, this axe is going to die, but I believe I've made another one. There we go. I like that feature in the game, that if you've got another axe in your inventory, it's like straight away, whoop, replaces it. Which is awesome. Doink and doink. That should be a bunch there. It's going to put me on the edge of my carry capacity, I suspect. But we'll knock ourselves up. Wow, I can get 7. Wow, I'm carrying quite a lot of logs. But that will be handy, because if we do get some trouble, we're going to want those spears. So we'll go over and talk to Sambor. We'll see about this quest that's about 400 meters away. I don't think that's Sambor, but I believe I'm heading in the direction of Sambor, which I am. In fact, I think that might be Sambor, actually, that 400 meters. Yeah, it's got the same symbol, it's got the little thingy symbol. So let's have a chat with Sambor, and see, I do worry a little, because I think there's a fair few wolves in this territory. But we're going to risk it. We'll hopefully be alright. I'm quite happy with the fact that I got a reasonable bit of leather last time. He says, somewhere in his inventory is leather. Well, I got 6. Okay, it's not a lot of leather, but it's enough to make a couple more bags for keeping the farming going, which is going to be important. I'm also running horrendously low on food and water. Let's grab that. We'll top up with that. I'm going to need to top my water up at some point. It's interesting now, because before the water carriers did not wear out. Many changes actually in this game are interesting me, because it seems a lot harder, for example, to woo your lady friend this time round than it used to. But I think that's actually a good thing. I think it was probably a little bit too easy last time. So this must be our friend Sambor, who seems like an interesting character. Sambor. I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering for crying out loud. Bah, black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Razimir. You must be Sambor then. And how do you know that? I was talking to Unigost. He told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? A pack. The one with Unigos and Jordan. I never heard of this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry, maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. We'll butter him up. We'll say that's a whole lot better name. We don't actually agree with that, but there you go. That's a whole lot. You're damn right. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Unigus lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Ha! Of course he was. I'm not the only one about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures together. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling you tales by the crackling fire. Oh really? No, leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. It'll only take a minute. A moment, really. Just tell me what my uncle was like. How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you exactly do as a pack? You don't know what we did? Unigos didn't get to that part yet. Ah, alright. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? It all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at that time. If I remember correctly, the clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could. But cleverness at such a young age always means two things, being arrogant and hot-headed. His plan was to set out on a big adventure that was pretty detailed, A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots, but none of them was Jordan either way. He was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks, and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter back then, at least. Berries and mushrooms was all he could get, so he obviously needed some coins. He came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. Jordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labour passed, and his hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, and knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're a really amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up. Do you want me to finish? Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect his payment. His stomach was already full with fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. And all of that was ruined by the hand of the lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Jordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay he was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the lord and demanding justice. Peasants were just flies to the lord, disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly which buzzes too loudly? Both of the lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of an ox. Jordan fell to the ground, stunned. The Lord's guard threw him out of the manor like garbage, stealing a few pathetic coins while doing so, if I may add. It wasn't until the evening when Jordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought, a thought of revenge. Your uncle was quite a capable fighter when I met him 10 years ago, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he only came close, so he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened? What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. Oh really, you can't leave it like that. I can do whatever I want. Scram. I have things to do. What things? I'll do them. Do I really want to say that? I'll do anything you want. Just tell me the whole story. Damn, you're annoying. Please, 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 please. Fine, just shut up already. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. I like the way his fire just automatically lit off to the side. Here, grab this shovel. Oh, a shovel! And a piece of crap. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There's a clay deposit behind my house. Go there and dig some clay for me. Clay's your pressing need. I have a pottery addiction or something. No, let's not be abrasive on the guy. Let's just go on it, boss. So we have a shovel. We have a shovel. We have a shovel? Yes, we have a shovel. 3. There we go. And there we go. And 3. And I'm guessing this is the clay. Is this clay deposit looks very much like snow. Has anyone told him that? Okay. That's weird. So I got 4 out of the 5 clay from that clay deposit. That kind of sucked. Oh, there's more here. There's a lot of clay here. I believe clay is something I'll need for like shoring up houses later. You know, makes them more heat resistance. So yeah, we've got them. But I'm gonna go and grab the rest of the clay. Or at least a little bit more. There we go. 14 clay. I'm a bit worried I'm gonna get over encumbered. Plus, it's getting late. It's getting dark already. I'm gonna get cold up here. Where's this dude? There he is. Over here. Ugh. Hello, sir. How is there? How's your pressing jobs? Here's the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? Alright, alright. So as I've already said, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor connections, but he had one thing, an unusual ability, you see. From an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweating palms, no voice cracks, no tells really. Calm, steady breaths, eye contact held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the craziest situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure lying, no stress at all. It was natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. Listen, or that's very interesting and all that, but what happened to the Lord? Let's just listen. Let's hear him out, dude. He came up with a plan immensely moronic and unrealistic, but it's really hard to believe that it will work so perfectly. At first, he convinced the nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole new set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman, the finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So how did he manage to get that? So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. He stole it? I said no such thing. Jordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, apart from that, I didn't finish the damn story. While wearing his new clothes, he travelled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. Okay. So now you're making all this up. That's simply impossible. Haha. You're absolutely right. It's mad even to consider pulling off anything like that. But Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting it. Damn. I would have been the first to doubt a thing like that. If I didn't see him doing it hundreds of times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan. Which was bedding his wife. Okay. The king's? Indeed. So, let me get this straight. His plan was to get into the castle and lay the queen? Exactly that. I told you. But it worked like a charm. I still don't get what worked. Was he accomplished by that? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. He then went off to one of the king's guards and told him that he saw the queen with the company of a strange man sneaking into the chambers. The guard rushed in and witnessed that the queen was naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. As a loyal servant, the guard reported the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife, that would have been bad for his reputation, but he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stables into the sunset. I still don't get it. The undergarment was the Lord's, somehow. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but he didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only tracking he could follow was the one thing Jordan left behind, except the undergarments and the pleasurable memory of the queen. His name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used to introduce himself to the queen was Orchard's Lord's. Precisely. Now you get it. I didn't get it. The Lord hanged it. Sorry, I didn't get the Lord hanged. That seems pretty extreme. The Lord must have been left in the company of a body pretty promptly. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be Jordan's style. The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in a dungeon where he spent the rest of the days he had left. Jordan was amazing. All that was just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Jordan didn't get through all that just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was cruel, merciless brute. He mistreated all of his subjects, killed for fun, raped for sport. People used to call him Laundryman because of his habits. He was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kittens. That's pretty dark. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, someone had to take his place. He didn't have any rightful successor, but then, with just as an uncanny perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with two different eyes. So Jordan took on the role of his cousin. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Jordan didn't want any of that. Not for himself, so he took only 3 bags of coins from the treasury, left everything else in the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there. I can tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. 1 for the tailor, the other for the stableman from which he took the horse, and the last one for himself, with the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn from his work in the orchard. I told you, Jordan wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he used to tell us, so nothing of that may be true at all. But that's just how it was with Jordan. Now I understand what you and Onagos were talking about. He really does seem surreal. I can't believe you're talking about my uncle. My mother used to portray him as a simple merchant, successful but mortal. Successful but normal mortal. I'm gonna say 2. There we go. Yeah, I was wondering if he was actually mortal many times. Well, now we know. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Undying Fist? Oh, I thought that would be obvious by now. On that day, Jordan's mission was born. He knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining the life and dignity from the hard-working, simple folk, and that he was capable of stopping them. So to some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing. Overthrowing corrupt lords and giving back to the community. Wow, sounds like a true hero. Was his name Robin Hood? Well, it wasn't like that. I mean, I guess you could say that. So, how did you join the pack? Jordan was working solo until he met Onagos. That rat's agile fingers could work where Jordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking. Strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry and integrity. Right, I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance, and finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Let's say humble to the bone, yeah. He's humble, he lives in a relatively humble establishment. Thank you for noticing. People at my level don't need to boast about our skills. Just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anywho, sorry, I already spoke more words than you did in the last 5 years, so it's time for you to go, and preferably don't come back ever. It was a great pleasure, a true honour. Yeah, I don't care, leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meat to Onagos. It's a favour, a knuckle sandwich. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No sir, of course not. I'm on my way. Go smack Onagos in the face. Deliver the knuckle sandwich to Onagos. Okay. Do I want to deliver a knuckle sandwich to Onagos? There's another quest back there in Gostovia now. Let's hope that's a more sensible one. The bright side about this is that night isn't actually too bad at the moment. It's bloody cold, but I seem to be dealing with the temperature okay at the moment. Anyway, I'll jump us back in when I get back close to Gostovia, unless something exciting happens in the meantime. Well, I believe morning is beginning to break here, and I'm back in Gostovia. I have 55 knives on my person, because I have cornered the market in knife production. But I'm gonna have to eat, because the food situation is getting rather serious. While the people wake up, and to start off with, speaking to the future wife. Hello. Oh, I'm cold.
Have a good day.
Now, if I stand here by the fire, by the non-existent fire, which doesn't seem to light. No, I'm not going to warm up.
How is life treating you?
Let's romance her. I'm cold. I never felt love like this before. It scares me, but no, I can't stand laziness and intelligence. Your diligence should be aspired to. What's the difference between a woman and a woman's argument and a knife? Let's not go down this way. King's castle is really amazed. Doesn't his door sounds amazingly surreal. Okay, let's go with I can't stand laziness. And oh, she did not like that at all. And now she won't talk to me.
Goodbye.
Okay, so laziness, not a good answer. I mean, I could go back and cheat it with the quick save, but I'm probably not going to. Because that seems a bit off. Let's speak to Dobridar and
friend.
corner our market
My
in
wares
knives.
never disappoint.
Yes, my wares, you'll be surprised to know I want to sell you knives. Oh, you're actually out of money.
See
Okay,
you
farewell. I will find someone else to sell the other 10 to. Hello,
How
sir.
can I help you?
Show me your wares. Would you
Goods
like
in
to
the
buy
valley.
some knives? Any chance? You will. You'll buy some knives. Here, buy some knives. So we're now back up to 2,700. So, you know, we could have bought that warm jumper. But for the minute, I'm not going to, because winter's almost over. I'd love to be able to chat this lady
Hello
up
there.
more, but it doesn't look like it's gonna work. No.
See you soon.
I mean, I could always, yeah, let's try.
How can I help you?
Look. I know I'm not
Whatever
loaded,
you need, I've got it.
but I'm gonna try it. I want to see. I think she'd like the coverlet. Let's buy that. I mean, it's cold out. Let's buy that one
Have a good day.
and see if we can give this to her as a gift and really move things along.
Hello there.
Hello, my little lady friend. I've got a little something for you. Give a gift. Wow, that only got 7. So that got me
See you
back
soon.
to where I was. That kind of sucked. So now I need to see Unagust and deliver him a knuckle sandwich. Okay. So where is Unagos? He's there. Let's talk to him. I've talked with Sambor. I'm freezing. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? Sweet like a jar of honey. That's Sambor for you. I see. He did tell me about my uncle, though. The story about the Lord of the Orchards. He had some unexpected good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Yes, he really does. It was astonishing. One time, I swear, he went over a year without a single word, but that when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdote, laughed out loud, and began his tale. Went from a total mute to a master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping it was hard not to listen. He even did voices, but after finishing became silent. I've never fully understood that side of him. It's the theatre's genius trapped in the body of a bear wrestler. He actually asked me to give you something. Oh really? And what was that? A knuckle sandwich, apparently. Yeah, that sounds exactly like Sambor. So are you going to deliver? Do you want me to? Can't, I'm afraid. I've lost it somewhere on the way. Oh, I'm going to say that one. Have a sense of humour. Smart lad. But if he asks, you tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambor tell you about him becoming part of the pack? He said that you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was the obvious choice. Yeah, that seems like something he would say. Well, isn't that the truth? It's not a pleasant memory, but I believe you deserve to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Jordan did. But that wasn't a matter of choice. When Jordan started to follow his mission, when Jordan and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly, to easy even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. But when we let our guard down, there was a secret guild forming by a few higher-ranking knights and barons. We called them the Vendors, a bunch of really heartless bastards. Their most lucrative business was selling living merchandise. And no, I'm not talking about animals. Yeah, I get it. Slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The Queen was adamant about that. Well, the Vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like animals, mostly women and children, forced them to fight rats for the poor rations they were being given in the damp dungeon they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about diseases and they didn't tend to the wounds. I think I'm going to be sick. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of the cages, survival of the fittest, or rather, outlast the rest of the least fortunate. It seemed pretty horrible if you ask me. All the damn guild deserved a cruel, slow death, but that wasn't how we operated. Jordan made it very clear from day one that we were never to take a life, and that was the most important rule. Anyways, we managed to get everyone out. The cages were full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low, mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stench of rotting flesh, and all that we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. The mercenaries caught us and brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this is a gruesome place, and even worse, room hidden inside. Unbelievable. The Vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they sent their worst torturer right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Jordan didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed but focused. I realized he wanted me to be calm as well, but I just couldn't. He went first. The torturer strapped Jordan to the chair and started to swing his fists like anvils. Every hit drew blood, broke bones. In a matter of seconds, Jordan's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking through was his smile. It was one of many times I was wondering if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Jordan started talking. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving at his torso like he was preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out, just run away from all of that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. That's pretty bad. Suddenly the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Jordan. This whole thing, he said, if you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Jordan just nodded, so he untied us both and helped us escape. There were more mercenaries on the way, heavily armed. No one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out in one piece. We managed to get out alive. Jordan's wounds wouldn't heal for weeks, and even after that, he was scarred badly. It looked like he had chainmail stitched to his skin. But we had escaped death, and its emissary became one of us. The torturer was Sambor? Yes. I have no words. I'm sorry this happened to you. Don't be. The path we walked was our choice. We knew the risks. How could you want a person like that amongst your troops? You think we wanted a cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink's sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you get rid of him? That's simple. Jordan made a deal with him. Promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute. Which was money. A lot more than the guild was paying him. And a cut of every heist we did. But couldn't you just pay him off or run away? That's not the way Jordan did things. He was a master liar. But he gave someone his word, it was for real. He never backed down. Besides, as we later found out, Sambor wasn't evil in his nature. He was just a true soldier. Did what was asked of him. Jordan spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Sambor never broke any of them. Not once. That's incredible. Your lives, I mean. I don't think I would be able to handle that. Honestly, I hope you never have to. I've been through a lot, and after all these years, here's the thing I wish most is to have a boring, steady life. Compared to your stories, I'm sure a boring life sounds pleasant. Then I have a special request for you that will help me achieve that boredom. Sure, what do you need? I need you to go to Barrow and find Yada and get my scythe back from her. Consider it done. Oh, you need it for the, you know. Just consider it done, dude. We need to get in out of the cold. We're freezing to death out here. Stay warm, stay warm. I'm nursing a bit of a cough at the moment, so I had to, after all that reading, I was trying not to cough my guts up. And I know that doesn't sound great on mic, so I just wanted to chop out the bit where I cough. Okay, so what's the plan? Luckily we didn't freeze to death. And are you romanceable again? No, you're not. Actually, never mind, lady.
Have a good day.
Okay, it's bloody cold. Day's winding on. We probably need to get back. We still got $2,000. I don't suppose the other trader person, I think the other trader person is animals. I mean, there's 2 out here. Let's take a quick look at what we got.
How are you?
Show me
Whatever
your
you
wares.
need, I've got it.
None of your wares are related to keeping warm, are they? No. You do have food, though. 35 food. Scrambled egg with mushroom, 40 food. I mean, 90's a reasonable amount of money. But that would probably see us through to the end of the day. So, I'm gonna buy that. I know it's not exactly like metagaming sort of thing, but min-maxing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I think that should see us through. Plus we get a spare bowl. Okay, I'm trying to warm up. So, construct building, hunting lodge, hunt a boar and a fox. So, has that knocked my buildings up? It has. I'm back up. I'm up to 10 buildings. And retrieve Unagos Scythe, which is just over that side of the river. The other trader, I believe, is this guy, which
Hail, friend.
is...
Whatever
Show me
you
your
need,
wares.
I've
Yeah,
got it.
you don't have anything amazing that you
Have a
can
good
do
day.
for me. And there's nothing really heavy I want to buy at the moment. So I don't consider it worth, because one thing I would do is I know it would teleport me. I'm just going to warm up a second. I know it would teleport me home at the end of today. I get teleported back to my house if I, or at least in the previous version of the game, I got teleported back to my house at the end of the season. Which would be awfully handy, because you could sometimes buy something like a shed load of fertilizer if you needed fertilizer, and then use it to teleport you back. As it happens, I don't actually need fertilizer, because I already have quite a lot of rot, and if I can build the farm building, then I'm laughing. Yes, we'll pick some sticks and some stones on the way. We'll go and get this scythe a second. I just stopped to pick some stones while my stamina recharged. I am cold. I'm so cold. At least it's spring soon. We're gonna make it through though. We're gonna make it through. Our health has dropped, but we are gonna make it through. Light the goddamn fire, it's freezing. Right, where's this lady? Oh, she's down this way. Okay, you must be her. Hello. Yida, I'm here from Udiga's Scythe. Take a hike, kid. It won't. Huh, I want it fair and square. Want it? Ha! That little snake didn't even tell you about that, huh? That figures. Don't know what you mean. He only asked me to get his scythe back. It's my scythe now. Okay, relax. What can I do to get your scythe then? You can buy it from me, of course. Or we could play for it. What's the game? The same game that Unigos lost all his money at, and the scythe. Game of riddles. Oh god, how's it played? Simple. I'll tell you 3 riddles. You must answer them correctly. 1 mistake and the game is over. You win, get the scythe. And if I lose, I'll go easy on you this time. If you lose, you don't owe me anything, but just forfeit the chance of getting the scythe for free. Well, okay, we might as well go for it, because we've got nothing to lose. Okay, hit me. First one. What disappears the second you say its name? Silence. Correct. Ready for the next one? Here it is. Feed me, and I will live. Yet give me a drink, and I will die. What am I? Fire. Yes, fire. Ooh, you're good. Better than Mr. Big Castellian already. But can you get the final one? Listen carefully. I fly, but I have no wings. I can cry, but I have no eyes. Where I go, darkness follows me. What am I? No, you're not a crow. You can fly, but you have no wings. You're a cloud, because you bring shadow. And you cry because it rains. A cloud. We're going with a cloud. Damn, you're sharp. Congratulations, you win the old man's crappy scythe. It doesn't get better than that. Thank you for the game, take care. And here, I thought you were going to present me with a challenge. Good luck. No, let's be nice. Have fun, take care. Yay! That was actually surprisingly easy. But I'm still cold. Right, we'll go give Unigos scythe back. And I think that will be it. Oh no, it's still cold, it's so cold, it's so cold. The one thing I would think, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, is I would think if you were running, you would actually warm up a bit. You know what I mean? I mean, we're running along. We stink now. Great. As you're running along, you don't actually get warm. And if I walk in the water, I don't actually get colder. So I actually probably didn't need to buy that food, actually. There we go, we cleaned ourselves off. We won't drink for now. I filled up our water containers, so we've got plenty of water. But if you're jogging, you do warm up a bit because you're burning a lot of energy. So, you know, it would make sense. Right, let's give Unigoth's scythe back, and then we'll go back for the spring where we're going to be doing some construction. Where is he? He's out over here somewhere. Where are you, dude? He's down this way somewhere. There he is, wandering around. Unigos! Unigos, my man. My man. I have your scythe. Splendid. There weren't any troubles? None at all. You tell me, were there? None at all. I'm just gonna say none at all. Good lad. I have some news. Sambor is looking for you. For me? Are you sure? I've been told he asked about the one with the funny eyes and the stupid face. Oh, I see. Okay then. I won't prolong this humiliation. I'll go find him. Not today. Not today, sir. Not today. That's gonna have to wait. We're gonna jump into here. And, I might try and scoot back to the, I might try and scoot back to the encampment, or I might test whether or not I actually get teleported home. I haven't decided yet, but that we will have to find out in the next episode, because I'm going to call it here and say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.